If you're a high school or a JUCO athlete and you want to play at the next level, listen up. What's up everybody, my name is Adil and welcome back to Goldmine TV. So today I'm going to teach you a new hack, a new way of getting recruited by colleges. So if you're somebody like me in high school and you have zero offers, but you're really dedicated and you're really passionate and you want to play at the next level and your school doesn't really care about sports or you're just not good enough to have college recruiters come watch you play, well, this hack is for you. This will teach you how to get recruited and how to get scholarship offers. Go from 0 to 100. So pay attention. How do I know this process works? Well, I used it twice myself. I used it once when I was in high school. Second time I used it when I was in JUCO. And I just graduated from a four-year university. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Yeah. Thought about the conversation me and
The one thing about this process you need to really remember is it all depends on your work ethic. The more work you put in, the better results you will get. Now, this is not guaranteed. This is not to promise you a full ride scholarship right away, but it will help you get noticed. It will help you get recruited. First thing I need you to do is to register in the NCAA website. It's a high school and college recruitment website. Now, a lot of the coaches on there list the players they need. You can find that. But you need to make sure before you go and check that out, you need to make sure your page is solid. So you need to have a good information about yourself. You need to have good pictures and a good highlight video. That's the second thing. That's very important. Get a good highlight video and attach it to it. Also on that website, you need to have all of your stats and all of your accomplishments. Make sure when somebody wants to learn about you as a player, all they have to do is go on the website and look. Another amazing thing about that website, it has every single program that you're looking for on there. So let's say you live in Nevada and you want to be a volleyball player. It has every school on there from Nevada that's D1, D2, NAIA, JUCO, whatever the case may be, that have volleyball programs. So you need to go on there and find those programs. Now, in my case, I emailed every single school in the country, D1 and D2. It's based on your ambition and how much you want to put in work, but if you email more schools, it'll be better because you'll get more feedback and you can use that on later on for your advantage. So my recommendation would be don't just stick to one state. Go out of state, email neighboring states. A lot of states have, in-state commission to the neighboring states. They offer it. So it might benefit you. So go ahead and apply anywhere. You never know where you can land. Quick backstory to this. When I was in high school, my high school coach did not really care about recruitment. He did not care about us going on to the next level. We had a lot of good players on that team, but I ended up being the only one that went on and played college soccer. So why is that? The reason for that is because I'm the only one that took it serious enough to put the work behind it. As I said earlier, this process really works if you're really dedicated to it. It's really easy to get burned out. So you got to make sure you're locked in and you're going hard and you're getting it done. The next thing you should do is type up a really good email. Now, there's few things about that email that is very important. You don't want to sound thirsty. You want to sound genuine. In the email, you have to sound confident and act like you bring value. And also, you want to be very, very respectful. Coaches love that. Make sure the email is typed to where you can change the coach's name and the school name in the middle of the email. And you can email it to every single coach by copy and pasting. It'll make your job easier. So this is what the email should have in it. So first, what you need to do, you need to say hello, be polite, ask them, hope, how are they doing? Hope they've been doing well. And then you transition into introducing yourself. Tell them your name, tell them where you're from, tell them what city you live, what club do you play for, what high school you play for. And then you should transition into talking about your success level on the field. What have you accomplished? What position you play? Your metrics, which foot do you use, your weight, your speed. You're gonna include a highlight video anyways, but you want to touch on that just a little bit without sounding too cocky. It's important to sound genuine. It's important to sound like you're humble. And then you're gonna transition into talking about the value you bring. So it's very important to say something like, I've done a lot of research on you, because that shows them that you're really interested in the program. You could say something like, I've done a lot of research on you and what you have done with the program. For example, the stuff that you do on and off the field and in the community. And I would really love to be part of that. That would show them that you really care about the program and don't just want to go in there, play, and get your scholarship and dip. That just shows you that you really care about the program, what they have building. A lot of coaches take a lot of pride in the program that they built and their reputation. So if you just stroke their ego a little bit, it makes them happy. And then the final thing is you don't want to sound too thirsty. You want to sound genuine when you're emailing them. One thing I encourage you to say instead of how can I get a scholarship or help me get a scholarship, you should say something like, how can I be part of this program? How can I get on the roster? Can you please guide me? Don't say, hey, can you please take me? Say, can you please guide me and help me get on the roster? That's what makes the biggest difference, because you sound genuine and you sound really interested. It sounds like you're willing to do whatever it takes to get on that program, and coaches love that. One thing that is very important for JUCO players or college players that are transferring to another school, it's very important to put my release letter has been taken care of in the email, because coaches are not allowed to talk to you if your release letter has not been taken care of. So make sure you let them know that I'm a free agent and I'm allowed to talk, because they can get in a lot of trouble if that's not there. One thing that I did was at the beginning, I printed out a map of the United States and I literally emailed every single school one by one, every D1 and D2 school. At that time, I did not want to go to JUCO, but I ended up at a JUCO later on. But I did that process. I emailed every single school one by one. And every time I'll be done with the state, I'll just cross the state off my map. When you're emailing programs, it all depends on your sport. So when you play a sport that has one or two coaches, you email the head coach and you email all the assistant coaches. For football, it'll be more beneficiary if you email the position coaches, the position that you're trying to play. Or you could try to, for smaller schools, you can try to email the head coach also. But the bigger schools, it'll be kind of hard to get a hold of the head coach. But email the recruiting people, email their assistant coaches, email their position coaches. That's very important. One thing you don't want to do in this process, because you get so obsessed with the process, sometimes you do crazy things. What I did, I couldn't find University of Memphis's head coach's email. So what I did, I found him on Facebook and I messaged him. You don't want to do stuff like that. That's out of line. That would scare them away. I regret doing it, but I was young, I was stupid. I know this process seems very basic and like a common sense type of thing, but that's because it is, It's actually really easy. You just have to put the work behind it. What you're doing is the same thing that your high school coaches are doing for you, whenever they're helping you get recruited. Well, if they're helping you get recruited. When I started off my senior year of high school, I had 0 offers. By the time that I was done emailing everybody, I had four really good offers, and for somebody like me who didn't have any offers and had no looks and didn't have any schools coming to watch us play, that was huge. That's a good option. And it's something I included in my emails when I emailed coaches like, hey, this school's also interested in me, but I just wanted to check in with you guys first. That plays a big role. And like I said before, this will only work if you're really putting the work behind it and you getting after it. This will only work if you're dedicated, you emailing everybody. Don't just email 10 schools and be burnt out and discouraged. Because that happened to me. I probably emailed around 45 something schools before I even got a reply. Some coaches will reply and invite you to a camp. Some coaches will reply and ask you for more film. I'm telling you, the opportunities are endless, And with the camps and stuff, if it's worth it or not going, that's a different conversation. Be the judge of that. Look at the invitation. If it seems like a small camp, it's around during the season when you're gonna benefit from it, go ahead and go. But if it's like a large camp that costs a lot of money, that they're just using you for money, and I wouldn't go. Depends on your financial situation, of course. Be consistent, email everybody, and I guarantee you, you will have some kind of offer by the time you're done with the whole process. I promise you, it will happen. And if you're in high school and you're not getting any D2, D1, D3 looks, try JUCO. Sometimes JUCO is the best route. I learned it myself. If you guys want another video on that, more in depth, let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, please ask me. I will reply to everybody. I want to help people get recruited. I've helped people before with this process, and I've helped 3 or 4 people get to the college level using this same process. So if you guys have any questions, even if it's about enrollment or recruiting or paperwork, go ahead and ask me in the comment section. I'll help you guys out. You can go ahead and follow our page, goldmine_motivation on Instagram. And thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.